Today we are going to be heading to Moscow. Spasiba. The Russian version of a bullet train.
The busiest station in St. Petersburg, so wish us luck.
But just look how grand this is with the chandeliers, and on the top there is a mural. And here it is, the Russian bullet train.
Six, thank you. My seat.
Spasiba. And we're off. Good morning from St. Petersburg, Russia. Today we are going to be heading to Moscow, the capital of Russia, in 2025. Home to the Kremlin. Yes, that Moscow. Yes, that Russia. We've been in Russia nearly a week now, but it still feels surreal and kind of crazy to say that we are going to Moscow. But we are getting there in a very unique way. We are going to be taking Russia's bullet train, the SAPSAN. We did actually want to take the old Soviet sleeper train that would be part of the Trans-Siberian journey. It's only 8 hours and I don't think we'll get the full experience. So I think we're going to save that for Siberia. We've got a couple of hours until we need to head to the station, so we need to have some breakfast in this hotel. Honestly, the Astoria Hotel, one thing Russia is doing right at the minute, it has to be the best view and probably the best city hotel we've ever stayed in. The turn downs at night, ridiculous. I have never had service like this in a hotel anywhere in the world. I've just got back from the gym and they've put the fire on for the turn down service. They've given us a little card that says about our room being serviced for the night, a chocolate, and look at this, this is very cool. So your wires, they have tied them all up, both sides, look, and put them neatly away. Unbelievable. So let's get some breakfast and head to Moscow. Доброе утро. Спасибо. And this is breakfast. Look at this. We have chandeliers. It's all very, very posh.
Where would you like to sit?
Is there one by the window?
We have the buffet.
Yes,
And
and something this.
Okay, perfect. What do you recommend?
Do you want something from X? No?
Yeah, we prefer eggs.
Maybe Benedict with
You
ham,
think the Benedict
turkey?
is good?
Yes, the ham, turkey or trout.
Is the shakshuka good?
Shakshuka good.
Yeah. Can I get shakshuka, please? One
I think
shakshuka?
I will too. Shakshuka for me. Yeah, did you want anything else?
Do you want what?
Yes, please.
Okay.
It's too early for sparkling wine right now, so coffee.
No sparkling wine.
Too early. Just coffee.
I think just shakshuka.
Yeah.
Do you want to try our Russian pancakes, little?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which ones are?
It's sirniki.
Yeah. Are they nice? Tasty?
Delicious.
Delicious. Okay, we try.
Okay.
Thank you.
I can give you one portion.
Perfect.
Yes, and you try it.
Yes.
Spasiba.
Spasiba.
Thank you so much.
This has got to be Russia's greatest breakfast buffet.
It's insane. We even have a bar. Look at how the milk comes out here, cappuccino. You have all of your juices. You have your fruit. We have a pancake or crepe station, which looks really cool. Bread, and check out the butter. That is the fanciest butter you've ever seen.
The poshest. These chandeliers as well, and the pictures on the wall.
I mean, those just look so tasty. The most aesthetically appealing croissant and bakery section you've ever seen.
Oh wow, look at this. We really are feasting. I couldn't not go for them croissants because of the French restaurant. We've got our shakshuka. We've got our Russian pancakes that the lady recommended.
This all looks too good and way too fancy for us.
Our first time trying a Russian pancake, Seniki, the lovely lady's recommendation. I think they're hot. They're more like a, I don't know, it's like there's cheese inside. And then you've got like a strawberry jam, some like sour cream maybe, or yogurt. They're good. Very, very good. You can get something similar in Poland, also in Romania.
This Mandarin Kurt.
Mandarin
Kurt. It's for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you think this is really good?
Yes, I want that you try.
Is it Russian?
It's Russian.
Ah.
Okay, here we go.
It's universal.
It's really light and fluffy. It's like a mousse.
I like it.
It's not too sweet.
It's the most tasty food in our buffet.
I like it a lot. I could have 10 of these.
Yeah, because they're so light. I could just
want
eat
more?
it.
No, one is okay.
Thank you so
Spasiba.
much.
Valeria, the nicest Russian lady I have ever met. Honestly, she would not stop feeding us, but the time has now come to check out of the hotel and head to Moscow. This is really cool. So in the hotel, in the lift, they actually have all of the names of the people that stayed in the property, from George Bush to Tony Blair to Ralph Lauren to Ozzy Osbourne, the Rolling Stones, to... Who's that? Do you know him? Vladimir Lenin. This is so cool. And us, Elton John, Tina Turner, Mark Jacobs, Rasputin, Madonna. Спасибо. Really strange to find a British company still operating in Russia in 2025, but the Astoria is such a unique hotel. But we have just got our taxi to the Moscowski railway station because we are about to get the Russian version of a bullet train in 2025, the SAPSAN. And this grand building is where we're going to be going from.
The Moscowski station, actually the busiest station in St. Petersburg, so wish us luck. But you will find that in Russia the stations are named in the direction that they are going. So we are heading to Moscow and we are going from Moscowski station. Now, to book your train tickets in Russia in 2025 at the minute, it is difficult. We did have to get help from our hotel, but you can go on the Tutu railway app. You can pick your seat and you can find,
if you have a bank card.
Should you have a Russian bank card, you can book it very, very easily. But as Western cards do not work at the moment, we did have to get someone to book it for us. Or you can book it in the station. But we figured
that is a challenge within itself.
We figured our Russian is not very good, so we would get someone to help.
This is crazy. You have airport-style security here.
I'm flustered. So much going on. 2 minutes.
It is airport security.
It is. You have to put your bags through, take your bags off. You even have to show that your phone's working by the looks of things.
It is pretty intense security here in Russia at the train stations, but just look how grand this is with the chandeliers, and on the top there is a mural, a painting to Vladimir Lenin.
You have like the Olympics, you have Lenin, you have the hammer and sickle, and then you have like an army of people. You have the famous buildings here in St. Petersburg.
It's very grand.
But everything's like a museum because you can sort of, yeah, you have Burger King in this fancy station, but then you just look around and you're like, wow, this is a train station.
That is very blooming cool. Russia know how to make a good metro station or a train station, but this right here, Moscowski, is where you would start your Trans-Siberian adventure, the 8 days on a train to Vladivostok. Do you think you could last 8 days on a Russian train? Oh, they have Subway as well. I didn't realize Subway and Burger King, two of the Western food chains that remained, that care about their profit margins. And this is a board of all the places that you can go to on the Russian railways, from Moscow there to Minsk in Belarus and Odessa and Kyiv in Ukraine.
Luckily, the train signs also are in English, so on your ticket it tells you what the number of your train is, so you don't need to worry about that, because I was a bit stressed. So we're 767 at 1 o'clock on track 11 to Moscow. and it's busy.
So the SAPSAN, the bullet train of Russia, was actually built in 2009 by a German company, Siemens, and since then it has been the fastest train to ever operate in the country. It goes up to 250 kilometers per hour and has cut the journey time from around 10 hours to only 4 hours between St. Petersburg and the capital Moscow. And here it is, the Russian bullet train.
Oh my god, it's really cool, isn't it? They've got like uniformed people outside. Look at that, that is so fancy. It's almost like going on a plane. But now we have the task of finding out what carriage we're on. These are the worst things about train journeys, is working out which carriage we're on, which seat we are. But look at this, the bullet train. I'm going to ask the lady and see if she can tell her.
Здравствуйте.
My Ruski Papa?
Car number 19.
19. But this is number?
This is first.
First? Oh no!
Yes.
Long way, 19.
All this way. Spasiba. Oh my god, we're at cart 1. We have to go to 19. We have 5 minutes.
There are actually so many different classes for this train. From first class, that I think is 500 English pounds for a 4-hour journey, to our basic, what class are we?
I think it's just economy.
Economy class, which was 60 English pounds each, which for a 4-hour journey between the 2 major cities in Russia, I don't think is too bad at all. This train is absolutely huge. I mean, give me the old Soviet looking train over there any day of the week, but this again is a reality of Russia in 2025. They do have trains like this, and they've had this train for, I don't know, almost 20 years. Dobry den.
Hello. Passport, please.
So random needing your passport, right?
Passport, please.
Yeah, it is. But you have to put your passport details in when you book the train.
That makes sense.
6.
6, thank you. My seat.
Spasiba.
Left, please.
And 5.
Thank you. Очень приятно. Спасибо.
Welcome.
Thank you. Oh, now where?
I don't know, did she say that? I'm not sure. Oh,
5 and 6.
I'm out of breath, that's the problem. But I can't believe how busy this train is. We do only have 3 minutes to find our seat. This is us. Oh my god, this train is so busy, and I feel like we are being stared at by quite a lot of people. But very nice. I've got space for me to put our case away, hang our coats up as you do in Russia.
And we're off. Just on time. The train is completely sold out. It is so busy in here. This is what you get for 60 English pounds on the Russian bullet train. So we have a little footrest, we have a table, like so. We have some in-train entertainment. You can read about the many sites of Russia. No, and more information about the SAPSAN. Do we have even plugged or lights? We have some lights, some controls to move the seat back.
We do have USB and we do have a plug. To be honest, I feel like I was expecting a little bit more. Whenever you talk about SAPSAN to people, they say it looks like a plane. But for me, the only thing that looked like the plane was the outside and also the staff being dressed up in their uniforms. But yeah, it's just really hot, and I find trains always flustering, aren't they?
А также обратиться к taxi by train tickets.
I'm not sure if you can hear that, but they are actually talking about when you get to Moscow, in English, things that they can help you book. Taxis, double-decker buses, and some other tourist sites in the city. That's cute. When we were looking to find seats on the SAPSAN, there was only 2 seats together in this particular carriage, which happens to be pet-friendly one. It's quite funny, they have normal economy, they have economy pets, they have business class and first class, which is obviously mega.
So we're in the animal carriage.
We're in the pet carriage, so it says small domestic animals. Dogs, cats and birds are allowed here.
Napkins, please.
Спасибо. Thank you.
Thank you.
dropped out. Oh, alcohol. Oh. I don't actually think we get any food or drink on board, so we're currently on the hunt for SAPSAN's food court, or food cart. So I don't actually think we get food or drink on board, so we're currently on the hunt for the SAPSAN's food cart. So look at the toilets while we're at it. This is what you get on board. A nice clean toilet, sink, and everyone is looking at the Englishman on a Russian train talking about the blooming toilet.
I can actually smell food, and I can smell the pivo, believe it or not. So I think we're there. Luckily, we're located quite close. Only about 3 carriages here. This train is empty.
Of course, there's people on the beer.
Wow, you can get sandwiches. My translation is no good. Coffee, croissants, and then pivo. What do you fancy? Hello. Добрий день. Can I have pancakes? Yeah, and can I have 1 cappuccino? Thank you so much. Спасибо. We've got some pancakes and cappuccinos. We did contemplate getting a pivo. However,
It's expensive on it.
so cappuccino and pancakes it is. Pancakes, cappuccino, probably the most expensive meal we have had so far. I think for this price we could have gone out for like a full-on meal in a restaurant. But how am I going to do it? Oh my god, white? Because they're hot. And your sour cream. Interesting Russian train food experience. Rather than like traditional pancakes. There's kind of no sweetness or flavour to them because you're just adding sour cream. But there's something about the Russian sour cream. It is so good.
I'm actually so surprised that for 60 English pounds each for a 4-hour train, you don't get any food, drink, or even water, and the food cart, the prices were insane. For a sandwich, it would have cost the same as a meal in one of the fancy restaurants in St. Petersburg. Like this is like 4 times the price of an actual coffee shop in Russia.
We're both actually really looking forward to doing the trains in Siberia, like our 30-hour sleeper trains. I feel like they'll be a lot more authentic. The trains will be older, more Soviet. You'll get some interesting characters on board. You certainly won't be paying, well, I hope I won't be paying like nearly £10 for a cappuccino.
I feel like that'll be the price of the actual train ride.
Obviously they'll be a lot more affordable. They'll be a little bit more difficult. Obviously this is a great train, but essentially it's just a normal bullet train. They have these in many countries around the world, but yeah, I'm ready for I think I'm ready for a proper Russian adventure.
Welcome to Europe's largest and most populated city, Moscow, after 4 hours on Russia's bullet train. We have made it, and if I'm honest, it's probably not worth the 60 English pounds each. There are other trains that take like 5-6 hours, but for the experience, it was probably worth it. We now need to figure out how to get across the city to our hotel at 5 o'clock, rush hour in Europe's largest city. This is going to be fun.
I really liked the bullet train, but I'm very surprised they didn't even give us a bottle of water. I was parched. We had to go and pay £10 on pancakes and
very
water.
overpriced.
It was, but it got us here fairly quickly. We now need to get on the metro system because we still haven't got a Russian SIM card. I have been speaking to someone that lives here, and apparently now it's even harder to get a SIM card. You have to use your biometrics, you have to have a migration card if you're living here, and it is just a much more difficult process. So we cannot order a taxi because we do not have a SIM card. So to the metro it is.
Our first time on the Moscow metro, and it turns out the station is actually connected like this, like this. Ah, like that, Molly. The station's actually connected to the main railway station, and you don't get the little coin like in St. Petersburg. You get this, like an actual card.
Did we think it though? I think it was 75 rubles, 75 pence.
75 for us both?
Yeah, for one whole journey.
So 38 rubles per person for the journey.
We might have lucked out. So where we arrived at Leningradski railway station is actually connected to Komsomolskaya, which is noted as one of the beautiful stations, the most beautiful in Moscow. And it's not lying. Check
Look
out
up.
the red mosaic.
Look at that mosaic. Look at these chandeliers.
It's slightly different to St. Petersburg. So I don't remember there being a lot of colour in the St. Petersburg metros, but we have yellow walls, we have two grand chandeliers, and yeah, it's a palatial metro station.
Whose idea was it to arrive in Moscow at rush hour? This is honestly absolutely stunning. The yellow walls, all of these, look at these mosaics there, again, with the head of Vladimir Lenin. Apparently this is to remember the war battles. This is sort of like a war battle memorial station, and it's just covered in mosaics all the way along. Another one here with Vladimir Lenin addressing the soldiers. Incredible, honestly. And then right at the very end of the platform sits a statue of, yes, Mr. Lenin, a hammer and sickle mosaic. Welcome to Moscow.
I was going to say, if this is what the Moscow metro stations look like, then we are in for a treat. These are just absolutely incredible.
Well, the Moscow Metro, I am very impressed. We just got across the city in like 10 minutes. It's very easy to understand. It's very clean, very efficient, over 200 stations. And we have just made it to Arbatskaya, which is close to where we're going to be staying for the next few days. You know, I don't think I've taken it all in yet. It's still pretty surreal that I've just arrived in Moscow.
We are literally saying what we see as we travel this country. We will be saying and showing the good, the bad and the ugly, and at the moment this is our truth. They have very beautiful metro stations that are fairly easy to navigate. The thing that's difficult in Moscow is actually trying to get out of the metro station, because one wrong exit could mean we have to walk miles, so we need to figure that out.
Our first smell of the Moscovian air. I still can't believe I'm in Moscow, Russia. Whew. In 2025. The metro is, yeah, it was good, but it's not easy finding the right side of the road to get out, because in Russia they don't have many road crossings. You've got to do it underneath in the metro, but I suppose it was built back in 1935, and I think it is now the biggest metro system outside of China. Crazy. That over there, I think there is there's police everywhere, is the back of the Kremlin. Yes. that Kremlin, this is crazy. It feels very different to St. Petersburg. It feels a lot more diverse. A lot more people, I think, understand what I'm saying when I'm talking to the camera. But we're staying in Arbat, which is the very centre, the touristy part, where tourists used to stay when tourists used to come to Russia. We need to drop our bags and then get out, because we haven't eaten much today at all. The prices on that train were ridiculous. We've been thrown straight into the deep end here in Moscow. We went the wrong way out of the metro station, and we've now got a 20-minute walk to our hotel. But it is a nice way to get our first glimpse, learn about our neighbourhood, and take it all in with the Moscovians.
How are you? Good.
Yeah, anything hotel?
Penta Hotel.
Oh, okay. You need that survey? Yeah.
Perfect, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You need to go there, tell your number and later go for you.
Perfect.
Write my name, Penta guest. There you need to put I live here, and after write your room number and your last name in English.
Great.
What floor is the gym?
Here, on this floor,
perfect.
straight, and after to the left.
Amazing,
And
thank
this key
you.
from your room.
Perfect.
11th floor, 1000 number of the reception. Elevator straight, and after to the right, elevator straight with key and later.
Thank you.
Have a nice
Спасибо.
day.
Спасибо, thank you. And relax. I'm feeling a little bit more chill now that we're inside our room. Honestly, Maps just doesn't work properly.
We were
Google
lost.
Maps and Yandex Maps just doesn't work, so we kept getting lost. We were going the wrong way, and to be honest, I'm really pleased that we picked this hotel. So for around $100 a night, which is a little bit more than we would normally want to pay, we actually have got somewhere smack bang in the center of Moscow, which means it's walking distance everywhere. I mean, we just got lost trying to go from the metro station.
So this helps. We're only here for a few days, so I feel like this will help us see what we want to see.
Welcome to the Penta Hotels. This is what $100 a night gets you here in Moscow, in Russia, in 2025. We're in this like big building complex actually, which has loads underneath us, but look at this, space, and more space. We have our sofa. I really love this little...
It's football, it's a bear playing football.
Yeah, but like, what do you do? It's a holder so your glass doesn't get too hot. So we have tea, we have coffee.
PlayStation.
Yeah, what's
we have
this
a
all about?
PlayStation 4.
That's crazy. I mean, I won't be using that at all. Our bed. Check out this view though for a second.
That Stalinist architecture, right? You see that everywhere.
I also love the fact that you can see gold domes everywhere, which are on all the churches and cathedrals, and that just shows you how big this city is, and again why I'm so pleased that we picked it. We have a smart TV in here. Behind here is our like little closet. This, I don't know how you would describe this hotel. It's kind of like what do you call these ones? Like they're sort of boutique but edgy.
Something like that. And this shows just how big Moscow is. So we're staying here. The Kremlin and Red Square is around here. That's the building, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that we can see from outside.
This is where we got out, and it actually has a little like measurement so you can see how far the walk is. So it's about 15 minutes walk into the centre, which is absolutely brilliant. It's just really nice, really clean, very modern. Our little bathroom in here, and I feel at home, and I think after like quite
I kind of don't. I'm kind of overwhelmed.
No,
we're in Moscow.
After a stressful, like it should have only been 20 minutes, it ended up being like well over an hour. After a stressful bit of time, like it's quite nice to just sort of decompress and take in Moscow.
Just needed to take like 20 minutes in the room to take it all in. We are in Moscow, Russia in 2025. We're only a 20-minute walk from Red Square. The Kremlin. Obviously with these videos, this video series being in Russia at the moment, just showing you our experience and I suppose what the country is like. Like we said, the good, the bad, and the ugly. This feels real. This is the, I don't know, I haven't felt like this, Molly, since we arrived in St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
We're in Russia, we really are. The big city, Europe's biggest city. I'm gonna, I think, have a shower because I'm really sweaty, and then head out and get some food. And we are out on the hunt for dinner. We really want to find some Georgian cuisine. Apparently Georgian food is the Russians' favorite, but we're out on Arbat Street. And again, it's a little overwhelming. It's very busy. We're tired after the train, and it's very different. There are Turkish restaurants everywhere. There are people trying to pull you into their restaurants and bars. It's very vibrant, very alive. But this is the place that I've seen the most tourists. There are so many tourists in this area, Arbat, from the Middle East. Lots of Saudis, lots of Kuwaitis. I really wasn't expecting to see any at all. I thought we were going to stand out.
We don't.
We're kind of blending in.
There's a man with a papaka and he looks like the man that's doing it.
Hello, my friend. Yes. Georgian?
Yes, yes.
Georgian. Can I see the menu first? It's okay? You have hinkali?
Yes.
You have hachapuri?
Hachapuri, yes.
Hachapuri.
Where's the hachapuri?
You have a jaran? Perfect. Okay, we're coming in. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Здравствуйте. Hello.
Okay. Oh, this is lovely. You want to sit here?
Perfect.
We can people watch on the busiest street, the craziest street.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Spasiba. Zhiguli. Nostrovie.
Nostrovie. This definitely seems a little bit more expensive than St. Petersburg. We are on the main street in Moscow, but beer is double the price.
How good was he outside, by the way, with his papaka on, the Caucasus Mountain hat? But this feels so different to St. Petersburg with the outdoor seating, with the heaters. It actually reminds me a lot of Istanbul, not what I thought Moscow would be like at all. But we've been told that Russians do Georgian food potentially better than the Georgians. This looks outrageous.
Looks like a cheese and butter overload.
It's essentially walking, eating, munching diabetes.
I'm here for it. Look at that. Heart attack waiting to happen.
The hachapuri, the heart attack waiting to happen, eggs, cheese, butter, all mixed together was good. Not quite as good as you'll get in Georgia, but this, the khinkali, the dumpling, I can't remember how you do it. I think you bite.
And suck.
Suck and eat. They're better. Not quite Georgia, but you're getting there. 2,200 rubles for some pretty average Georgian food, and my cholesterol is now absolutely through the roof. But we have made it to Moscow, the capital of Russia, in 2025. And again, very similarly to St. Petersburg, you look and you wouldn't know the situation that is ongoing is even happening. Everyone is out shopping, it's very vibrant, people are going to restaurants. But we took the bullet train, we have made it, we've arrived, and we're going to be here for the next few days. So we'll see you in the next one from Moscow, Russia. What am I doing?